bilang may akda po ng Senate Bill number 47 o Anti-Online Gambling Act. Nais po nating magpasalamat sa ating chairperson, Senator Erwin Tulfo, sa kanyang mabilisang aksyon sa pagsasagawa ng pagdinig na ito tungkol sa lumalalang krisis sa online gambling. Yes, Mr. Chairman, dear colleagues and resource persons, online gambling is now a growing national crisis. That is why it behooves us to address this once and for all. And as this is more than just a game of chance, online gambling is a growing menace that threatens the very fabric of our society. Every day, people are not just risking their hard-earned money. They are putting their futures, families, and lives on the line. The lure of instant wealth has already led many down a path of addiction, death, and despair. We have seen too many cases, Mr. Chairman, where gambling deaths have resulted in broken families, suicides, disappearances, and even crimes such as fraud, money laundering, human trafficking, and worse. Isa pong halimbawa, Mr. Chairman, yung sumulat po sa amin dito sa ating opisina, isang ginang nalulong at matapos yung kanyang paggastos ng milyong-milyong piso, binenta na niya yung kanyang bahay at iba pang ari-arian, nag-max out na rin yung kanyang credit cards dahil sa kanyang pagkakalulong sa online gambling. Doon po sa isang lugar, isang 19 dito sa Pilipinas, sa Mindanao, 19 years old po estudyante, umabot sa mahigit kalahating milyong piso. Yung pong hindi niya mabayarang utang sa pagsusugal. Mag-aaral po siya. Meron pong isang pulis doon po sa amin sa Bulacan, sa San Miguel, Bulacan. Hinold up po yung LBC at nung in-interview po siya, ito'y dulot ng patong-patong na kanyang utang, bunsod ng online gambling. Mr. Chairman, the data speaks for itself, my dear colleagues. A 2023 survey conducted by research firm Capstone Intel revealed that 66% of young Filipinos aged 18 to 40 are involved in online gambling. Even middle-aged adults are involved. They were not spared. 57% of respondents aged 41 to 55 engaged in various online gambling activities. Nearly a third of users bet 2 to 3 times a week. And Mr. Chairman, some wagering up to 3,000 pesos per session. Even worse, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, our digital age has made gambling more accessible than ever. We now live an era where anyone with a smartphone effectively has a casino in their pocket. Open 24/7. No dress code, no travel, just one click. These platforms are powered by sophisticated technology and aggressive marketing strategies designed not just to attract users, Mr. Chairman, but to keep them gambling longer and coming back more often. What's deeply troubling is that many of these platforms use psychological triggers. I want to emphasize this, Mr. Chairman. May psychological triggers na ginagamit. Manipulative design elements intended to encourage impulsive and compulsive behavior. Add to that, the integration of gambling platforms into widely used mobile apps has made it nearly impossible, Mr. Chairman, nearly impossible for families to shield their loved ones from this threat. And that's why this hearing is very important. Despite all these red flags, Mr. Chairman, we see gambling advertisements being pushed to our youth through social media, streaming platforms, and even influencer content, Mr. Chairman. Please, let me put emphasis on this. Even minors are exposed to these dangerous platforms, putting our youth at risk or early addiction and lost opportunities. May mga kabataan po na hindi pa nga po pwedeng bumoto, pero araw-araw exposed na sa sugal. We must ask ourselves, how did we allow this to happen? And let us be clear, online gambling is not just a matter of financial loss. It's strongly associated with serious mental and physical health issues, broken relationships, family conflict, increased cases of domestic violence and suicide, crime against persons and property, and ultimately, the erosion of opportunities and dignity in the lives of many Filipinos. Sa madali pong salita, Mr. Chairman, sa sugal po ay hindi lang salapi ang itinataya, pati kinabukasan ng pamilyang Pilipino. Kaya ngayong araw na ito, gusto po natin malaman, Mr. Chair, anong mga hakbang ba ang ginagawa ng pamahalaan para mapuksa ang lumalalang krisis dulot ng online gambling? Binan natin yung Pogo, nag-shine naman tong online gambling at binanggit nyo kanina, Mr. Chairman, this time around, Pilipino na ang talagang target, hindi lang mga banyaga. Paano minomonitor ng PAGCOR ang mga licenses nito para masigurong walang mga irregularidad na nakakalusot? Ano po bang mga pulisiya ang dapat ipinapatupad ng mga e-wallet apps para hindi basta-basta nagkakaroon ng access ang mga kabataan sa gambling sites sa pamamagitan po ng kanilang apps? And I'm glad that Senator Alan is here being chairperson of the Committee on Banks dahil gusto natin maintindihan ano bang ginagawa ko nila. May mga e-wallets, may mga e-banks na rin, Mr. Chairman. Ilan lamang po ito sa nais nating matugunan ngayong araw na ito. And last but not the least, Mr. Chairman, ang tagal ko na hong legislator, 2 dekada mahigit na. Hanggang ngayon, gulong-gulo pa rin ako sa polisiya ng ating estado tungkol sa gambling, tungkol sa pagsusugal. Lahat illegal, pero pag dumating sa Kongreso, binigyan ng imprimatur, nagiging legal. Anong klaseng polisiya talaga yon? So hanggang ngayon ho, litong ho ako doon at sana mabigyan ng linaw, ano talaga yung nais nating tahakin. Mag-raise lang ba ng funds? Kung magre-raise lang tayo ng funds, edi pasukin na rin natin illegal drugs tsaka kidnapping. Mas mabilis mag-raise ng funds kung yun ang gusto natin. Pero ito araw-araw po, as we speak right now, may tumataya ngayon. As we speak right now, merong kinabukasan na masisira pag hindi po tayo umaksyon. Kaya again, Mr. Chairman, maraming salamat sa iyo at sa ating mga kasama dito sa Senado. Magandang umaga po ulit.
Maraming salamat, Senator Joel Villanueva. Bago po natin